Hey there, everyone. My name is Sherry Dixon, and I am Teachers That Sparkle. About 5 years ago, I had this idea. My daughter had just finished her first year of teaching, and I thought, how amazing would it be if the two of us came together as a team and shared all of our thoughts, ideas, strategies, experiences with teachers all over the world to help guide new teachers, to help solidify what experienced teachers are doing, and to just be there as a support system for everybody. Now, I was in public education for 28 years and I loved it. I started out as a classroom teacher with probably the worst first year anybody could ever have. However, I didn't give up. I kept going, I kept learning, I kept observing, I kept networking. And eventually, I was moved out of the classroom and became a campus instructional specialist, supporting all of the teachers working toward being their best. The rest kind of just fell into place with all of my hard work and all of the support from my network. I became an assistant principal. I was a dual language coordinator for a year, and then I became an elementary principal. Now, for 2 years, I did transition to another state. I went back to Iowa, where I am from originally, and I had a campus that was pre-K through 8th grade. But most of my leadership experiences have been with elementary students. Now, did I ever think I was going to be on that path? At 6 years old, I knew that I was going to be a teacher because to me, teachers were very important in my life. They helped take care of me. My youth, my growing up, it was pretty messy, and I needed people to be there to help support me. But I never thought I'd become a principal. I thought I would teach in the classroom forever. But here's what I quickly realized. In the classroom, I had the ability to affect 22 students each year. If I was team teaching, 44, but most of the time I was a self-contained teacher, 22 students each year. When I was approached to become an instructional specialist, I really had to think about it. And then I realized, okay, now I'm going to be able to help affect all of these classrooms of 22 students each year. Well, then as I started to move into administration and eventually became the principal, I started to realize that the impact that I could have on not just 7, 8, 900 students, because yes, I had 1,000 students my very first year as the principal, but the teachers as well. And they would go on to affect all of those students in their careers. And honestly, several of the teachers that I had working for me are now in administration or moving in that direction. So it makes me realize that the wealth of knowledge that I had, the experiences that I had, the support that I gave, the service that I provided is having ripple effect impact on the world of education. 28 years later, here I am. And I'm going to be honest with you. I'm not taking a job in public education this year. I am working on building my own business. I've had some opportunities that have come to me, and I couldn't say no to them. There's some amazing opportunities, I promise. However, I already miss it. And as I transitioned, going from one campus to another, coming back to Houston 8 years ago, I really started to think about how teachers are certified. Because I went through an elementary education training program at a university, got my degree in that area before going into the classroom. And although I wasn't fully prepared, many of our teachers now are not taking that traditional track. And I started to really step back and do some research and really observe how the teachers coming from different programs were prepared and how they were performing in the classroom. And as a matter of fact, my own daughter, she graduated from college with a degree in something else, but knew she wanted to teach and went through an alternative certification program herself. And she went through one of the best in the area. And there were still so many things that I had to come back behind her and teach her. So that developed this next dream, and that is to ultimately one day have my own certification program for teachers. However, that's in the future. And so let's talk about today. You're watching this because somehow you connected with me, my consulting business, Sherry Dixon Consulting. You knew me because of work we've done in education, or you're part of Teachers That Sparkle. I am excited to be able to bring you information and support on all of those platforms. The Facebook group, Teachers That Sparkle, I post in there almost every day. I let you have weekends, to kind of breathe a little bit. I also do a lot of leadership work within my own consulting business. I mentor future leaders. I mentor new leaders. I speak at conferences. I do public speaking about the importance of education and how powerful a teacher is to students. And I felt like adding this platform here on YouTube would give me an opportunity to bring you these bite-sized nuggets that you don't want to sit all day long listening to, watching, worrying about, taking notes on, but those things that'll just spark either a reminder for you that in the hustle and bustle of teaching every day, we forget. I've been there. Or it's new for you as you're building your toolbox so that you become the best teacher that you can. I want to thank you for joining me today because this is going to be such an exciting adventure. My goal is to have an impact on as many educators as I possibly can, in a positive way, of course, so that we ultimately have a huge impact on the world of education. If you haven't checked out any of my platforms, Instagram, Teachers That Sparkle, Facebook group, Teachers That Sparkle. There's also a Teachers That Sparkle page on Facebook. We're not as active on there, but you can always go there as well. And in this platform here, not only will you get those little nuggets from me, but I'll also continue to upload any videos that we put on our social media platforms as well, so that you can see all of that great content. As a matter of fact, we do a feature Friday every week on social media, and each of those videos will be uploaded here as well. All right, the last thing I'm going to ask y'all is share this out. If you're a teacher, I know you have teacher friends. If you are catching this by accident, I know you know a teacher because there are so many of us out there in the world. Or even better yet, an inspiring teacher. Someone that is working toward receiving their degree, their certification, and getting their own classroom. Once again, I'm Sherry Dixon with Sherry Dixon Consulting with Teachers That Sparkle, and I want to welcome you to our channel. I know it's going to be a great adventure.